Cottman, Crawford, and the Jersey Guy podcast.
Hey everybody, Kenny Cottman.
Lewis Crawford.
And I'm Tom Rammage, the Jersey Guy.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
How you doing, Salute? Yeah, this is our Back in Time episode.
We are going to be going back in time.
Yes.
To the 1980s.
Yeah, so it's like now everybody thinking about the 80s. And so today we got a nifty little guest. Oh, he's not so little, but hey, yeah. There you go. You got that? It's
Yeah, so we
sorry, technical for a second. We have Lou's brother Mike here. What's going on?
What's going
Sorry
on?
about
How you doing, brother?
Good.
Welcome. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Good to be here.
Excellent. That's
Nice
what
to
I'm
have you
talking
on.
about. Good. So yeah,
Sorry,
so
Louis.
yeah, I don't know. It's all right.
I had to adjust it. I'm sorry.
I don't know. You should have told me.
I was sorry.
You should have told me, punk
said
ass.
sorry.
This fucking guy always want to touch him buttons and shit. That's why we don't give him no more control. He's always messing it up, touching it. But yeah, so today's episode, 80s. So it's a throwback episode. Figured we laugh and joke a little bit. Talk about either some dumb stuff we did, movies, things that were invented, clothes, whatever it is, real quickie. Because we did a 90s episode.
got to pay tribute to the 80s.
All day, man. If not for the 80s.
No. And it's funny because the 80s, right? So for me, it's going to be different for you guys because I was born in 81. So I
see this bullshit,
that was
bro?
my childhood age. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a little
You're a
different.
baby.
I was a baby. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, I'm the youngin in the group, 42. But
Yeah.
So
I'm 42 years old. Yeah.
So yeah. So that's what we're gonna talk about, the 80s.
Well, see, now the funny is that for me in the 80s, so the middle end of the 80s, I was out clubbing, partying,
Music.
doing that other stuff. Music was a
was
big
huge for the 80s.
thing, a big deal.
MTV.
MTV. Listen, I'm going to tell you what, if not for MTV, I think that's what started social media, but that's just me. Because everybody was on making the videos and whatnot. You knew what they looked like. You saw what they had, and it was like,
Yes.
I want to be like that. I want that.
Now that's where you can do that.
Yeah, now you're just looking on, whatever stuff. But yeah, man. What was your favorite part of the 80s then from what you remember, Tom?
For me, oh man, I mean, I was just.
Well, what of the 80s?
Well,
I'm gonna say the best thing I loved was my action figures, like He-Man. I loved He-Man. I watched He-Man all the time. The power. I mean, that was it. Just toys and TV. You know what I mean?
That's what he cared about.
That's it, man.
That's it. Well, he was fucking 10 years old,
Thundercats.
bro. Thundercats.
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 Yeah. Why are you calling me a hoe? Fuck this guy. What about you, Mike?
Oh, the 80s.
He's like, wait, I don't know nothing. I can't remember shit.
No, mid 80s. I was, 17 years old, teenager. Didn't go to clubs yet, but the music was the thing.
Yep.
Freestyle music coming out. Disco just ended.
Yeah.
So the 80s for me were, I had a blast. That was the time we grew up in Brooklyn. Just the atmosphere with the friends and the culture, the way, we grew up. Just the tightness between the community that we lived in. And I'll tell you something, it was, sports was the thing back then. So we're going to bring this up right now because Lou told me I can't mention this, and this is it. So the Islanders for me in 1980s was a thing. So we won 4 Stanley Cups. That was the...
Oh, is that
That's Lou.
Oh.
That's Lou.
Wow, Lou. See?
I'm really.
Well, there was no phones back then, so Lou's just learning how to use his.
Yes, I'm sorry.
No, we didn't have phones, just the ones on the wall.
Yes,
Yeah. Hard line, landline.
Yeah,
landline.
Must they have one of those?
The Islanders won 4 Stanley Cups.
Yeah, that was
in
a
row.
good time.
They
That
beat
was
the
a good
Oilers
Well, you know what was in the
to
80s?
win. Yeah,
The Zach Morris, the
first one.
the cell phones, the ones that were a
Oh,
block.
yeah.
my cousin Fred. Who?
Yeah,
My cousin Fred had one.
the one who was on our previous show. That's so
Yes,
funny.
he did.
The
He had
big
one.
block. Yeah,
That
I
is
remember
Zach
that.
Morris.
Yep.
That's what I see. That's because that's my childhood. Watching Saved by the Bell. you know.
Right. Yeah, no, see, that's
that
funny.
show.
Because, but then it's funny how I said Brooklyn, right? So you guys, Brooklyn. I was already out. I was out hanging out, partying and clubbing,
Yeah.
in high school and stuff. And going into the real clubs down in Manhattan and such. So I was like, freestyle, house music. And you were watching fucking Thundercats.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I was watching it anyway. It didn't matter.
Well, yeah, I was too, but I'm just saying, he just
Yeah, so what?
like fucking guy.
Yeah, house music, Thundercats.
Watching Alf. I was watching
Right.
Full House.
Oh, they're trying to bring Alf back.
Perfect Strangers.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm talking about TGIF, you know?
And I believe,
Balky.
I believe that wasn't. Well, when did that stop?
Who?
The Odd Couple, and then you had the Honeymooners on, and then it was Twilight Zone.
Oh, that was at the late night. Yeah, that was
like late 70s.
That was in the 80s.
yeah, that was, but that was in the 80s too. Like, you know, like they played
still
it. Yeah,
had that through, right?
yeah.
Oh, I remember seeing that on TV.
Yeah,
Because that was my
past your
routine.
bedtime.
I would go. I would be Odd Couple would be on. Then
Yeah,
it would be
Twilight Zone.
no. That would be last. It would be
Oh, that's right.
Honeymooners.
The Odd Couple,
Taxi.
Honeymooners.
Do you know what
Taxi.
Yes.
Do you know what I used to watch at night
What
in the 80s?
does
In
a
my-
yellow
I used-
light mean?
Go faster.
Slow down.
Yeah.
But in the 80s, you know, I was a kid, you know, and at nighttime, I used to watch Nick at Night. You remember Nick? Because they didn't put on, because they were trying to be responsible and not have childhood programming.
Right.
Which they're responsible now. 'Cause
It doesn't make a
But
difference.
but they didn't have childhood programming at night, so they would just put on the old TV shows. Remember watching Mr. Ed?
Oh. Hi, Thomas. Wilbur.
Oh, wow.
I used to watch.
That wasn't the 80s.
No, I was talking about Nick at Night.
Yeah, Nick at Night, they would do
they
the
have all
old
that
shows.
stuff on.
Right.
I love watching MASH.
MASH.
On MeTV.
I love MASH. That was a great fucking show. Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah. Come
Dukes
on.
of Hazzard
Talked
was
about
the
that
shit,
earlier.
man. Yeah, that's right. We did. Dukes of Hazzard.
You know what's messed up? You ever listen to the lyrics for the song for MASH? The one that because the one for the TV show is not the actual it's the instrumental version,
Right.
So
yeah.
what they have is the actual version. It's like about like suicide and stuff.
Right.
It's
Is
real.
it?
It's dark.
I'm not
the
gonna fuck
original
around.
one. Yeah, if you look up the
Yeah.
lyrics, it's dark.
I've
Real
never
dark.
did it.
The one from the TV show?
No, the movie.
MASH.
He's talking about from
No,
the movie.
no,
MASH.
the-
Oh, the
the
original.
TV
Oh,
show.
you mean the actual words to it? Yes, there were
Yeah.
words
Oh.
to it. It was the same music. They just took the words out and
Yeah.
left the music. That's all they
That's
did.
insane. I didn't even know that, bro. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
they left the music because the movie had somebody singing the words to MASH.
That is funny.
And then when they
I
did the
didn't know that
show,
shit.
they took that away. Yeah, they just took it out, which was actually worked out good because you didn't, the music was perfect for that show.
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah,
show.
yeah. That was a great show.
It's like one of my favorite shows to watch.
You know, I still, only because I was afraid I was going to cry. I did
never
watch
at the end.
I didn't watch it.
I
I didn't watch the last episode.
sorry. No,
Yeah, and it was
I did.
I think it's still the most watched episode finale
It's still the
in-
longest running
show.
show,
No,
I believe. Yeah. I'm going to look it
the
up
what?
now.
We're going to say
MASH.
which? No. What was it? The longest
For
running
MASH.
show sitcom.
Say somebody they were on for a long period of time,
Oh.
and I think they still hold the record. So
Oh, wow.
Ooh. I thought it was The Simpsons.
Okay, I had to look it up. The MASH.
Yeah.
You know what the name of the song is?
What?
Suicide is Painless.
Oh,
That's the name of the song for this. Yeah. So and it's just like it's just like
But that song,
the chorus that
thing-
suicide is painless. It brings so many changes. I don't know. Something
Wow.
Like that. Yeah. It's like,
See, but that was to me that was like a soothing song. Just the
yeah. Now you know. Now you know it's dark. It's real dark.
they took the words out.
Yeah, it's a good thing they took the fucking words out because
yeah.
you
They couldn't keep it on.
Yeah, because that's
real dark.
ridiculous, man. That's craziness. Well, I was looking up and I just the biggest news story was the space shuttle Challenger exploded.
yep, I remember that.
Yeah,
Saw that on TV.
I
that
was-
was.
Yep.
We were like, I was in kindergarten or first grade.
I was working in World Trade
Yeah.
Center at that time.
Oh, wow.
Were you?
Yep.
I don't remember
I
where
was,
it was.
I was with my first wife, and she was pregnant with my daughter.
Yeah, that's
working
crazy. I
there.
didn't even know.
I
I
was
didn't think about that.
19.
But it was really, that was
crazy.
speaking of like dark, watching that as a kid on TV, and like our teacher had to explain us like, sometimes bad things happen, and like they had to explain what, like old
Yeah.
people died, like they couldn't like be like, oh, you nothing to see here. They
Yeah,
didn't- but they were,
yeah.
like-
Go the other way.
The teacher had to be like, oh, like people died, it was a tragedy, and like like it was, but we were like in first grade. I was like, I didn't know what to,
Right, exactly.
process what was going on,
Yeah,
Yep, that's when John Lennon was assassinated
I
in
remember
80.
that. I remember I was going.
Wow.
Me and Mom were going to get bagels. That I remember when it happened, and we the paper and everything like that. I mean, it was all over the news. That's all they talked about on the radio is when he got shot. That was that whole. It was crazy when that happened.
Yeah, that was like, yo, that was music. You know what I mean? Like,
it was
that's
like,
John Lennon, bro.
It was the same. I think a lot of people are not going to like this, but the same level of when Elvis died. In other words, when you know how people were like really so passionate because people were crushed,
right?
You know, the same with John Lennon. I mean, it was the same. I think they were both because they were so iconic,
right? Yeah, definitely.
Both of them
Definitely.
different.
I could see
in their
that.
own way.
Yeah,
and I'm not taking one away from the other.
No. I know what you
I'm
mean.
just
I get
saying
it. I understand. So everybody understand.
They're both great.
Yeah.
They were both awesome, and it was just they're at that level.
But now, what was the killer's? What was his motive? He was just.
I have no clue.
Oh, I don't remember that.
But
So
that was
now you
crazy.
make me really look it up.
That's nuts. He still tries to get out on parole, but you know they won't let him out.
Yeah, they're not gonna let him out. I'm surprised he's still alive in jail. I'm not gonna front.
Yeah,
but yeah. Anything you're thinking about?
Nah, just
This guy, Mike is like,
I'm enjoying this. This
Yeah.
is great. I mean, I made a nice 7-hour trip to get here. It was, I'm glad to be here this weekend. It's nice to hang out with my brother for sure, and to hang out with you guys.
Yeah,
well, more us because you already know him.
Yeah. But the 1980s was just from, like I said, I left in 86, went to school in Maryland. So a lot of my time was just in hanging out in Maryland, going to D.C., and going to bars in D.C. Yeah. And Lou's been around, hanging out and be going to some clubs. And Studebakers. As a matter of fact, that's where I met my wife, Pam. But that was in the 90s.
Studebakers. Oh, my God.
Remember that?
Funny.
Yeah. And just think back to the clothes, what we used to wear back in the 80s.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yo, listen, we looked really fucking cool,
stuff.
man.
Good stuff. Parachute pants.
Parachute pants. I didn't wear that. I'm not gonna even make me like I did. No, I did.
What was?
No,
Yeah.
definitely. Go ahead. What was yours?
Like the typical like 80s like look was like the white suit, like with the white blazer.
Oh,
and then you had like a fluorescent, like a blue
Miami Vice.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it was Miami Vice.
Even Michael Jackson rocked that look too.
Yeah, he did for a little bit. Yeah, and Smooth Operator.
Yeah. And
Smooth Criminal. You hear me? Smooth Operator. Smooth Criminal. Sorry, guys.
Are you thinking of what's her name? I forget what her name is that sings Smooth Operator. But anyway, Sade. Yeah. No, but like, and then the music too. Like Michael Jackson was like king in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
He, I remember when Bad came out. I was a kid. I remember my
that was a big deal. Everybody was bugging out over that video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then
would wait.
And then you had Weird Al, and he did Fat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm fat. No, yeah,
That was
was
another
it?
big thing in the 80s was Weird Al.
Weird Al, you was the fucking best, bro. Weird Al was the man. Yeah. Was it Amish Paradise? You did it for Coolio's thing.
That was later in the 90s.
He's so off the hook.
Yo, that was the best, man. The hostages in Iran.
Yep.
So I'm doing the news part.
I actually went to
the
the parade when they came back.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
No kidding.
I went with
that's
Della.
right.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because it was in the city, right? They came down the Valley of Heroes.
Let me tell you something.
Hey,
it was
what about
I can still feel the cold from that thing.
Didn't the Berlin Wall come down?
The Berlin Wall came down in 80.
You know what else?
Yeah. Bridge down that wall.
Tear that wall down.
That wall.
Yep.
Now St. Helens erupted.
That was in 80?
Yep.
I remember, man.
Yep.
Holy cow.
A lot of stuff in the news, yeah.
Yeah, see? 80s, man. Holy cow. Exxon Valdez ruptures. That was when I think that was like the first real oil spill, wasn't it?
Massive.
Right? Yeah, but I was saying that was the only one. That was the one biggest thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was insane. So that I laughed, and I thought about this about a week ago. I was watching something on National Geographic. And so Reagan says, tear down that wall.
Yeah.
And then there was an assassination attempt on him.
Later on.
Yeah, that year.
That happened in America.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that, it was,
right.
He said, tear down the wall. And somebody's like, oh, yeah.
But just to put it out there, Mount St. Helens was May 18th, 1980 when it
Wasn't
happened.
there a couple big earthquakes like in San Francisco in the 80s? Wasn't there a big San Francisco earthquake?
That's when
was
Princess
there like a
Diana
baseball
got
game?
married, remember? Princess Diana?
What?
Remember? She got married in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, Princess Di. I don't remember the earthquakes.
July 29th,
wasn't there like a San Francisco earthquake? It was like a real big one, and it was like during a baseball game too, like San Francisco.
No, I think they're thinking about Men in
that
Black.
was later on. It did happen. It may have happened. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That might have been late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
I know which one you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
I remember that. It was I think it was Oakland, if I'm not mistaken.
You know what's funny? There was a video game. It was a Nintendo game. Remember, graphics weren't that great in Nintendo, and because of that, there was when you played baseball in San Francisco, there would be an earthquake.
I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. No, it was November 8th, 1980, a magnitude 7.0 earthquake known as the Gorda Basin Humboldt earthquake occurred off the coast of Humboldt County. That's the news.
That was the one by San Francisco.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Okay.
That's wild, man.
November 30th, 1982. Thriller. Michael Jackson.
Thriller.
And that was, it's funny.
That's what did it right there. That was the one that went.
Yeah.
You know what? I was showing that video to my son recently because
with the damn.
Yeah, because
what did he do?
Because a video popped up from the New York City Halloween parade, the one in the Village,
and they were doing it,
and they were all doing it.
Awesome,
and everybody was in sync. They must have all planned it. Obviously.
Yeah.
But
I love it.
And I explained what it's from. I was like, "Oh, I'll just put the video on." I showed him Thriller, and that video was number one for
ever, bro.
That was a crazy.
It's almost to 1 billion views on YouTube.
I believe it. What did your son think of it?
Huh?
What did he think of it?
Oh, he liked it because it's horror. He loves the zombies,
and it was cool, and it was music, and I'm sure was he digging it? Yeah, cool.
He liked it.
It was a great video,
and that was considered. I think they rated that MTV rated that number one of all time for like years and years.
Ooh, Chernobyl was in '86.
Oh yes,
Chernobyl.
Yeah, Chernobyl. There was a movie on that.
Yes. Did you? Oh, there was a right after it happened. They
Yeah,
made a movie, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And there was a documentary. There was an official movie. Like that kind of shit. I was like, what? The movie was spooky, man.
And,
oh my god.
You know who's in it? You know
which
who's,
one?
You know
I'm
who's
sorry.
in it?
Which movie again?
Chernobyl.
They made one.
That movie was nuts.
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of the one now, but the one they made one like
On HBO.
Yeah, like
the
back
one that
when.
was on.
no, they made one like a few years after it happened.
Yeah.
And you know who's in it? The guy who plays Emperor Palpatine. Ian
Yes.
something. He's in it. He
Yes.
plays one of the.
Yeah, what the fuck is his name?
engineers.
Yeah, I can't
Really?
think of his name. Yeah,
What was the
but
one
it
that was on HBO? Or was it HBO?
Yeah, I think that was more of the horror.
No. It was just about no, not that one. The one that tells you when they actually show it melt down. They're all denying
What?
it.
I didn't see
the whole
that.
thing. Yeah, it was.
Oh,
great.
it was on HBO. It was a series.
Really? I
Right.
didn't see that.
That was nuts.
You know, and when they showed that guy that was dying from the
Oh my god.
the one who was like touching it, and he was one of the firemen, and like his skin was just melting off.
No way, bro.
You know what?
I didn't see that.
I used to think like drowning or burning to death was the worst way. No, radiation.
Radiation is
poisoning
it.
is
Yeah, that's
I don't-
nasty.
that's-
Yeah.
You're literally your cells are breaking down.
Right, I just say, listen,
Fucked up.
kill me.
Yeah, fucking just
Do it.
stick a knife in my. Just be like on fucking.
I'm fucking done.
If I'm
not
like
doing
laying
this.
there,
What do I want to hang around for?
No, you're right. Yeah, no,
like-
yeah, it just be over. I'll be pissed.
Like if I'm laying in the hospital bed, just be like in fucking The Walking Dead, just stick a knife right through my fucking temple.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, I'll remember that. Kenny, write that down.
Okay, yeah, I'm writing it down. Yeah, I just took a note. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, listen, let's not be there. This motherfucking bugging. Oh yeah.
All right, Geraldine Ferraro.
Wow. Yes.
She was
Running for president.
vice president.
Vice president. I'm sorry.
Yes.
That was crazy. I forgot about her.
July 19th, 1984.
Well, I didn't forget about her. I just forgot that was.
That was the
80s.
date.
Wow, 84.
Well, you know what was funny? I remember.
Yeah, Walter Mondale.
yeah.
My grandfather, he always used to drive with like the talk radio AM on, and I remember
10
I
wins.
remember that one name. It was just I laughed. I was because a little kid. Every time I was like Dukakis. I kept thinking like cocky.
Yeah.
A little kid.
Yeah, it was kind of shitty.
What
yeah.
about Yolanda Vega?
Yo, she's still around, bro.
Bro,
She's still
all
the
my
fuck
our
around.
life.
Yeah.
It was Yolanda
Really?
Vega.
Yes. Yolanda Vega.
You know what I was
She was a
thinking
news
about?
anchor, right? A news person.
No,
Or
she's the lottery chick.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna say, Mike?
It sounds familiar. I'm sure.
Yeah.
She,
Well, you live right here, so you know.
yeah, that's
We're gonna say, Mike?
I was thinking about Atari when it came out.
Atari. Yes.
Yeah.
ColecoVision.
Yeah, we had Atari in the living room.
Yeah.
I had Atari. I had Atari
great.
2600.
No, my neighbors had Atari. We were in their house.
And then I finally Nintendo. That was like the first
Nintendo.
like major. Yeah, I mean Atari was big too, but like that changed everything. Nintendo.
It came
Yeah,
after
Nintendo
Atari.
kicked. Yeah, that was it.
And you know what's
And
crazy?
Sega. Sega was good too.
That was good.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know what? It still blows my mind today. Like back in the 80s, you know, we didn't have it wasn't like technology today, but yet you had a game where you pointed a gun at the TV and it would shoot things.
Right.
That damn dog.
That dog, yeah. Was it Duck Hunt? Duck Hunt. That was the name of the thing. Yeah. Punk ass motherfucking.
Oh, that dog.
Yeah,
would
yeah, I hate
He's
you.
trying to
Listen.
shoot.
No, dude, that was a great game though, man.
Yeah.
Because the aim was pretty good.
Yeah.
Not
That's
for
what I'm
nothing on
saying.
TV.
Like it was. I couldn't believe that technology existed.
Well,
And
the
it won't
aliens-
work with TVs today, though. It has to
No,
be a tube
yeah, it has to be.
TV.
Yeah, but the aliens gave us that technology.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
let us do that
Yeah.
because the aliens came
The
down.
aliens, yeah.
Aliens, yeah.
Look at it. What? They
I
were
remember that
here.
podcast.
Yeah.
All right, distinctly remember them.
Yo, I'm just
Walking
saying.
down.
What you got, Lou?
Live Aid, July 13th.
Whoa, dude, I saw Live Aid.
1985.
I had recorded Live Aid.
One of
I watched it on TV.
Freddie
Yeah.
Mercury's most famous.
Yeah.
performances.
Yeah, that was his last
And
performance.
he is
That was
actually
his-
the
yeah.
person that they have where I looked it up.
Yeah.
It's Freddie Mercury.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was like
Yeah.
that was like
Was that
you
his
know-
last one?
Yeah,
No,
that
he
was his
rocked
last real concert.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like
He
that.
rocked
Yeah,
that.
because he was already sick, and he came back to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because when he was sick, they did do a studio album. That song, I Want It All.
Right.
I Want It.
Yep.
But they didn't play that song ever
Right.
live. I don't think.
No.
they
No.
did. But he did
Yeah.
everything else though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was great in that, bro. And it's like, damn. And everybody, the whole crowd is following him,
That
bro.
place was
I'm in
rocking.
I was living, what was I living? Oh my goodness, I can't remember whose house I saw it in. I think it was in my old apartment in Brooklyn. And the guy, I was standing there and I'm singing the song, and my friend is looking at me like, how you know this shit? I'm like, how don't you know this? That's Freddie Mercury, man.
Great song, bro.
Yeah. Like him just doing his whole thing. Yeah, it was great, man. Live Aid was awesome.
Titanic was found
Oh,
September 1st, 1985.
wow.
Right.
That's bananas. Yeah. And it was crazy because,
Discovered at the depths of about 13,000 feet.
yeah, but I
Team
forgot how far it was away from where they thought that
it's
it
just-
first broke, because it got caught in the current and it broke.
It didn't go.
Well, you need to read better, bro.
Bro,
I'm
it
just saying.
doesn't- bro,
I swear
just-
to God.
I
You're
swear.
lucky I don't have my fucking OtterBox. I throw this shit your forehead. Yeah, no. But yeah, that was crazy because it was on TV.
Yeah.
It was like Channel 7, I think, did it. ABC. And forget about it. It was like, oh, I'm watching it.
Speaking of things on TV that happened, I don't know if it's the 80s or 90s, but was it when Geraldo Rivera thought when they opened up the vault?
I watched that whole thing.
Yo,
there
I
was
did
nothing in
too.
I watched the whole
It was
thing,
not
and
a
it was like-
fucking thing in it, bro.
It was like,
One
you
of
get
the most
ready, and
anticlimactic
the next thing you know,
Yes.
it doesn't happen.
No, I was ready for like money or
Oh,
like,
man, I was like,
books.
he found this shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then nothing.
Nothing. It was empty, bro. There wasn't even dust in that fucking thing. Like it was fucking nothing in that
Fucking
bitch.
clean that
Like,
shit
you
out, man.
stupid motherfucker.
Was that the
Golly.
80s or was that the 90s?
Oh, you know what?
You know, that's a good question.
Yeah, you see, you
What's
supposed
his
to tell us
name's
that.
vault? What was it?
It was
It wasn't Capone. Was it
Capone's
Capone's?
vault.
It was
Al
Al Capone.
Capone's vault. Yeah.
That shit was the
Yeah.
funniest.
Nobody, I
thing.
don't think they still, till this day, haven't found anything regarding.
He spent it all.
Supposedly he had this stash put away somewhere.
Nah, bro. They grabbed that shit before.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, there's no
I'm
way.
just saying.
Yeah, no, man. That fucking vault.
That's like he probably spent all just like fucking pirates. You know that's the old pirate treasure. They say pirate treasure's a myth. They spent all their money on booze and hookers.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Listen, I would
That's
that
what
makes
they
more
were
sense.
pirating
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
They do
Booze and
Exactly.
hookers.
They do find a lot of treasure, though.
Yeah. But they say like that's what mainly pirates spent their money on.
Mostly, yeah.
Well, and you think about it. Why would you bury it? Because you wouldn't remember where the fuck you put it. Because you was probably drunk when you buried that shit.
Yeah.
So why would you bury it?
Well, you gotta be like Captain Jack Sparrow. You gotta get drunk again to find it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Parlay.
Yeah. It was in 86 that he did the opening Al Capone's Vault.
Yeah, 80. Oh, so it was
86.
80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was 80s.
Chernobyl was 86 as well.
Right.
April 25th through the 26th, 19. Well, of course, it went forever until
Right.
they freaking
Till recently.
seal that shit up.
Yeah.
So so we're talking about current events, right?
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Oh, we're still talking-
Which one you had?
I was going to Pan Am Flight 103,
Yeah.
December 21st, 1988.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that too. Jeez, man. There was so much shit that happened in the fucking 80s.
There was some good stuff. There was
Golly.
some,
Oh, there was some great stuff. But
Wayne
wait, go ahead.
Gretzky scores.
So yeah,
Wayne
so I-
Gretzky.
Wait,
Yeah.
did I say hockey?
Gordie Howe's National Hockey League all-time scoring record, 1.850 points. He would
Sports?
go in the finish.
So now we're talking about sports, right?
No. We're just going all back and
Oh,
forth.
I was thinking,
Go ahead.
He would finish with like 2,857 points.
80s, so many sports things, right?
What?
Fucking Michael Jordan.
Uh-huh.
He started, that's when
Oh,
he
yeah?
started. It was the
Yeah.
80s and 90s, Michael Jordan. And how could you forget the boxing champion, Mike Tyson?
Yeah. Mike
Mike
Tyson.
Tyson.
Mike Tyson
Yeah.
was the beast.
He was that 80s was.
He was
fine.
feared, man. That guy.
Yeah. He still is.
Oh, he still is.
Oh yeah, he's amazing. That
You
guy.
remember
The guy's
I mean,
unbelievable.
we're talking about 80s, but in the 90s when he first got out of prison and they were doing these fights and he was fucking knocking people out the
Yeah.
first fucking round.
Hell yeah.
That was the 90s. Though, so I don't want to go.
no more.
Yeah.
No, I watched this.
Listen, man.
Talk about that. I just watched a video of him, 16 years old,
Yep.
beating on his boy. He was 20 years old. In the first round, within 30 seconds, just hitting him and done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done. He was insane.
Yeah,
Well, he had just gotten out of jail, right? That first time because he was in the juvie hall or whatever it was.
Yeah, he grew up upstate New York.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unreal, man. Yeah, that was
Mike Tyson,
good shit.
I like Mike Tyson.
Yeah, he's great now.
Yeah, he is.
He's freaking
Listen,
awesome.
I got to tell you, I love seeing him on social media. He's down to earth. He says what his mind is, and he speaks the truth. You know, he's like, I don't give a fuck now. What are you
Right.
do to me? You know what I mean? Like, whatever. You know,
He
this is
said,
the way
like,
it is. You know, he's very
he's
in tune with his
humbled
life now.
himself, too.
At least it
He's-
seems that way.
He's humbled himself. I mean, I've heard him on Rogan. He was telling like, how he, he knows that like he's got to like humble himself because he'll let his ego take over.
Right.
I mean, he doesn't let himself get that way anymore.
Yeah, and that's
That's
not a. That takes time to freaking
Yeah, it
master,
does.
and he did. So, and I praise him for that, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome for anybody, really, because it just means anybody can do it. You know what I mean? Just you just got to take a step back, I guess.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That's
Movies.
awesome.
movies.
Yeah, what do you got?
So many great movies. in the
wait a
80s.
minute.
Go ahead.
Well,
God, I can't think
We
of it.
played some
Really, bro?
music.
Is all that-
Well,
No, I
one of
have it.
the-
I can see it in my
One
head.
of the greatest sci-fi trilogy of all time. I'm gonna say, well, I can't say sci-fi, but one of the best trilogies in the 80s is The Back to the Future.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's untouchable.
Yeah.
I hope they never try to redo that movie.
No,
That movie
they wouldn't try to
is
redo that.
fucking
Well, then again,
sacrilege.
they might.
Yeah.
They could. Because don't forget. So in the last one, Doc had kids.
So the funniest meme, by the way.
Oh, no.
I'm in a couple of these AI groups, and someone AI, they're like, it says Back to the Future against the Ghostbusters treatment, and it was two females. It was like an old
No
female
way.
doc. Yeah. Someone made an AI image with that. But anyway, but no, like, so many good. I mean, if you talk another really good 80s person was John Hughes. You got Weird Science, you got Breakfast Club,
Yep.
Pretty in Pink.
Yeah.
I mean,
Breakfast Club was the best. I love Breakfast Club.
he was king of the 80s
Yeah.
when it came to like movies for teens. Like,
Yeah.
you couldn't touch it.
E.T. was another good movie.
E.T. phone.
E.T.
Yeah. I just went on that ride too. I went to Disney. When I went to Disney,
Oh, you
years
know what
back.
else? Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Caroline, don't go to the light. They're back.
Yeah. They're here.
This house is clean.
Yeah, look at Mike is like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
You know what?
When you say geek,
This house is clear.
Right?
Yeah.
Right, that's crazy. That movie
Yo.
was nuts.
Yes,
But,
man.
and cheesy movies. 80s had so many great
Urban
cheesy
Cowboy.
movies.
I know you never saw
No,
Urban
I never
Cowboy.
saw Urban Cowboy, but what about like you got all those movies that like John Candy was in,
Uh-huh.
Caddyshack.
Uncle Buck,
Uncle
Caddyshack.
Buck.
Yep.
Stripes.
Delirious.
Stripes, bro. I fucking love
Stripes,
Stripes.
Delirious.
Yeah, Delirious.
Or what's
yeah.
that really crazy movie? It always puts Jersey in such a horrible light. The one where they get lost and fucking Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, with Dan Aykroyd and
The plane's chasing over.
nose that he had, looks like a penis.
Roxanne.
No, that's
No. It's a judge who has this crazy nose for a penis or a penis for a nose. It was crazy. That movie was nuts. Demi Moore was in that movie.
Yeah, Demi Moore was in it.
Chevy Chase, John Candy. He played a woman police officer, I believe.
It was great.
In the
serious?
movie. Yeah.
I never
Unless
saw
I'm
that
going by
shit.
memory right now.
That's
'cause
funny.
I vaguely remember the movie, but
yeah.
I remember some
But
things.
anyway,
Well, twins, Danny DeVito and Schwarzenegger.
Rocky.
Rocky, yo,
you
yeah,
got the
yo.
Police Academy movies.
Yeah, those are great.
Oh my god.
Batman.
Yes.
That was
That was when it started.
what's his name?
Michael Keaton.
No, Joker.
Oh.
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson. Yeah, that was the greatest.
And then, of course, your cousin, the Mel Brooks movies in the 80s were great. Spaceballs.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Spaceballs. Yes.
Oh, my
Yes.
God. One of my favorite. Yes.
Goonies. I was into a little bit of the cop. Oh,
Raiders
The Last
of the
Dragon.
Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes,
The
Last Dragon. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. Yeah.
Like, we were just rattling off.
There's a
all
bunch
the
of
movies.
movies.
Just saying.
I have to say, it was a good time. I think it was a good time for movies because you know what? They were able to get away with stuff and I'm not saying because it wasn't PC. I mean, there was that too, but they were able to get away with, like, you could make movies that were a little cheesy and they would sell. Now you make movies that are cheesy.
What were good cheesy movies? You
No,
remember?
they're good.
No,
Yeah.
Which ones do you remember?
Oh, like
Evil Dead.
Ooh, Evil Dead.
I love the
hard
Evil Dead
movies,
movies. I
I
love
got a
them.
good
I'm
one for
thinking
you,
like
Tom.
comedies, like what
Well, yeah, but I'm saying it was one of those movies that for
Short
that time.
Circuit, Short Circuit.
Short Circuit.
Go ahead.
The Terminator.
The Terminator.
Yes,
That was, yes.
That's for you.
Was that 80s or 90s? Was that
That was 80s.
That was 80s. Okay.
Living tissue on top of metal endoskeleton.
You see?
That's why I said that. I want to hear that.
Yeah, see, sort of
your
for the,
daddy? And what does he do?
yo.
Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
Another
Yep.
great 80s movie. I mean, Arnold
to the
Schwarzenegger in
chopper.
general.
Do it.
Yeah, he
Get
was
to the
good.
chopper.
Yeah. See, for me, hip hop movie had Beat Street.
ugly motherfucker.
Yes.
No, but and he was king in the 80s too. So many action stars were in the 80s
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You had
Rambo.
Oh, Die Hard.
Rambo.
Sylvester.
Yes,
Sylvester
Die
Stallone.
Hard.
Die Hard came out.
Yo, headshot.
Yes. Dude, that was, oh my God, bro. That was,
I loved
that was
Rocky.
good shit. Yeah,
That was
of course
great.
you did, bro. You were the freaking white guy from
the Rocky
Brooklyn.
movies.
Oh, those were great.
I think
that movie.
the
I was so
second-
young. Let's say that movie came out when Rocky.
Yeah, so Rocky 2, 3, and 4 were all in the 80s. Yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
Yeah, they came out quick.
change. You could change.
Remember that? Remember that?
He ended the Cold War.
Yeah,
Rocky.
he did. He
He
did.
used to come out of those movies pumped up.
Yeah, he
started
did.
hitting
Everybody
each other.
did. It
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
even
everyone
matter, bro.
started.
Everybody.
No, see, Rocky came out in 1976.
The first one.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, that one.
1979 was 2.
Oh, okay. So
79
Three
was
came-
2?
Yeah, and 1982 was number 3.
Wow. I thought that.
So there were 2 in the 70s.
I thought that that Rocky 2
because it was
came
right
out
after
in
the first one.
80s.
I thought it came out in the 80s.
No, they both
Whoa.
That was good. I remember seeing that movie. That movie, like when last time we had the one about what inspired you. What that movie actually did.
Yeah.
I was, I was only 11 years old when I saw that movie,
Yeah.
and I remember seeing it at the Loews Oriental on 86th Street.
He saw that the low.
We took the B train over there.
Yo, that's
what's funny?
great.
And I went,
Speaking-
it was my Uncle Bob who actually took me.
Yeah.
I think we all went. You were probably, you
know
may
what's
not
funny?
remember, but if I went, then that means you were there with, as well. Because it was Ira and Lewis, so
Yeah.
you were there with me too, I'm sure.
But
That is
speaking
great.
of 80s like cheese, like you got to watch the third Rocky, like the way they were dressed, like they were wearing the belly shirts.
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
short
remember that shit?
shorts and fucking. It was like,
Yeah,
and
I
at the
wonder-
end when they go to box each other, which if he hinted out at the end that was the only one that he actually beat Rocky.
yeah.
Remember they hinted that in Creed, the last
Yup.
movie.
Yup.
It was at the end 3. That was the one.
That he
that
said
actually
no.
won.
They said who won that one, and he said Greed.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was the spar at the end.
Yeah.
But like the music is like so. Yeah, that was another 80s cheese movie. If you
Right.
if you watched the third one,
Yeah,
That was
see,
great. I
it was
loved the
good
third
though.
one.
But Mr. T, he was a
mean
beast, son of a bitch in that movie. Mr.
He was a
T.
goddamn. He was like
I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm gonna get you right. He's like, and he's just like taunting him.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he did. That was freaking awesome. That was hilarious.
It's funny though when he wins. It's like the bad guy won, and he's like, I'm the best. I'm the champion. He's like fucking.
Yeah, he did. He was freaking
was a
hilarious.
bastard.
I pity the fool. You ain't might come over here and talk to me like that. Yeah, I won, Rocky. You ain't nothing. Yeah, Yeah, that was my Mr. T impression. Sorry, my
friends
bad.
do because they wanted to.
Yeah, exactly. No, see, but for me, like I was into the the hip hop movies and stuff like that, breakdancing and stuff. You had Beat Street, Breaking, Wild Style was like
Breaking was a great movie.
Breaking was a great flick. Shabba-Doo and Turbo.
Oh yeah.
With the pop locking and everything that they had the broom from the thing. Yeah,
oh man,
it was great.
what song? What was that? Oh, that was a great tune for back then.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the song.
But both those movies were pretty decent.
Yeah,
man.
I loved it. And that guy, he's a singer, Shabba-Doo. He sang a little bit too.
Really?
Yeah, he did all that kind of shit. He was a dancer.
Right.
Yeah, he was like a jack of all trades, and just
that was a great movie.
never had the face for that.
I believe Van Damme was in that movie.
Yes, he is. I didn't know you knew that.
Yes,
he is in that movie.
You're the one.
I didn't tell you that one. Oh yeah, did you know that?
No, I didn't.
So the movie, they're in California, Breaking. Breaking.
I think it's Breaking.
And they were dancing. It was like when hip hop and breakdance and everything was coming around. So they were in California and they're out at this little park thing.
Yeah.
And Van Damme is wearing like leotards, like Jane Fonda leotards, and he's dancing in the background. Yeah, it was freaking hilarious because he dances in that movie the same way he dances in any movie you see him dancing in there, all this big ass fucking muscles and shit, and he's like off beat and he's fucking dancing the same way in the movie.
Oh, speaking of 80s movies, I'm gonna make a bold statement here. But
here we go again.
Yes.
The best fucking decade for horror movie was 80s. I don't care what anybody says.
Chucky, because Chucky came out.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you
Just
had Freddy.
Think of the
You had
the fucking Friday the 13th movies.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
The first one was the scariest one about all.
Yeah. But even, and you know what is the movie? If you watch the Nightmare,
They're just so brutal though. Grab you by the head and then comes to your chest.
If you watch the Friday the 13th movies, he slowly becomes more supernatural as it progresses.
Right, because he's beyond human now.
He becomes like supernatural from when the lightning strikes the open grave and he comes out of the grave. At that point, the whole movie is just like fucking like way
off the hinges.
Yeah.
It's like it's off
what's
the tracks.
Crazy? And then he, like in one of the movies, he randomly had a fucking Kwando, which is it looks like a hockey stick. It's a Chinese weapon.
Oh,
No one
yeah.
even knows where he got it from. He's just
just popped out with it.
It's like it looks like because it looks like a hockey stick.
He picked it up.
I mean, what else did he do?
No, you know what the scary flick was? To me, well, one of the craziest.
To me, it was Evil Dead. We mentioned that earlier.
No.
But
Children of the Corn.
Oh, that was a crazy movie.
Because it was just like, what the fuck? I don't want to go anywhere, bro, because everything's going to be farm when I leave Brooklyn.
And
so,
what about Creep Show? Remember Creep Show?
Oh, I fucking love
HBO.
Creep Show, bro.
I used to watch that all the time.
And you know what's funny? I was a kid growing up, and like I think I mentioned
there's some racy stuff on that show.
Oh yeah, but you know what? I remember when they aired it because we'd watch the Pix would do Channel 11. They would do the Fright Fest or not Fright Fest. I forget what it was called. Shocktober.
That's what
Remember
it was,
the bumpers? You can look up the bumpers from them when they would do like Shocktober, and but we would all watch it, and then the next day in school we talking about. I remember watching like Creep Show. We would all be going, "Thanks for the ride, baby." Because that was that scene where that with the slime that like ate the person. I was so. 80s like horror is like honestly I think the best.
Yeah, it was. It was awesome.
It was the peak.
The Creep Show movie was good too.
Also, The Shining too.
Yeah,
The Shining.
Shining was great. Was that an 80s movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just looked it up.
Hellraiser. Remember Hellraiser? Did you watch Hellraiser?
I did, but I wasn't crazy.
I love that shit too. I like the Hellraisers.
It was creepy though.
I know people always talk about the Halloween movies. You right away think of Michael Myers, but
Right,
you know
of course.
what's the best one? Honestly, is Halloween 3. It's the most underrated film.
Which one was Halloween 3?
That was the one that didn't have Michael Myers in it. Season of the Witch.
I remember that one. It was with the pumpkins when they wore them on their heads.
Yeah,
And
you
if they
like that shit?
And if they
I'm
watched the
telling you,
TV,
watch it today.
If you watch it on the TV, their heads would get all snakes and all kinds of
because it had
crazy
that little
shit.
pin in the back of the
Right.
You watch that today.
I remember that movie.
If it was not called Halloween, it was just called Season of the Witch, it would have been a better film. But people, and the thing is too, is the whole idea between the Halloween movies is John Carpenter was supposed to make it. He wanted to make it an anthology series where it would cover a different story each movie. But his mistake was having Halloween 2. If he didn't have Halloween 2 and then the next movie was Season of the Witch, he would have been able to do that. That's why the movie's called Halloween, because it was always going to be another story that took place in Halloween.
Oh,
Gotcha. But it didn't take off that way.
And I was talking about this with Eric. Eric that was on our show.
Yeah.
The music for it is so creepy. They use synth wave.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so creepy and
And it was on. They had it on. I think a couple of days before Halloween. And I was like, this was the worst Halloween one to me ever. But again, I mean, I don't know.
I wasn't crazy about it.
Yeah, I wasn't like, and not because it was called Halloween though. Not because it was called Halloween.
The movie was weird.
And it's one of the movies that
But it was
breaks the
still a
rules.
good
You
idea,
kill
though.
Kids.
Yeah.
They never kill kids in movies. That movie, they were like, fuck that, we're killing the kids.
Yeah, killing this little motherfucker right here. Yeah, they did. Well, that's the same thing with Children of the Corn. These little motherfuckers were running around to the later. Children of the Corn was serious, man.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was, and I said I was hooked on the Hellraisers. I like the Hellraisers.
Was great too.
Yep. And Puppet Master. Puppet Master. You ever see Puppet Master? Oh my God, this was crazy. That was good shit. That was the guy from coming out of a war, and he had done the to bring the puppets alive because he was a puppeteer. Yeah, it was freaking cool.
And let's not forget. What's his name? Stephen King. His movies were like pretty much in the 90s too, but like a lot of the stuff in the 80s, like
Pet
Sematary was insane. Did you see the new one?
Speaking of anthology series, he had that one, The Cat's Meow or something. It was all short stories. Remember with the smoker?
Cat's Paw. No, Monkey's Paw. No, that wasn't that. No.
But like they had that was my. That was,
I know what you're talking about.
It was kind of like a Twilight Zone episode. But I loved it. The one with the smoker, where it was John Lithgow and he was the smoker,
remember
and then
that,
he cut his
dude?
wife's.
I'm fucking bugging out. You remember that shit? Oh my God.
I remember the weirdest shit. So,
yo,
it's always usually that way with all of us.
So 80s good time, you know.
What? Weird Science.
Weird Science.
Weird
that was
Science.
great. That was a good movie too. See,
That was a great movie.
Yeah, away from those. But yeah, man. I said Urban Cowboy came out in the 80s. The Goonies.
Big.
Goonies.
Yes.
Everybody knows Goonies.
Big.
Young Guns. Oh, Big.
Young Guns. Dude,
that was a great flick.
One of them.
Yeah.
Yes, Young Guns. Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller had that song.
Ferris
Bueller's Day Off.
Bon Jovi had that song for Young Guns.
Yeah. That's right. That was a Bon Jovi song.
Let's have fun.
Forgot about that.
What about
Blaze of glory.
Wait a minute. Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck was freaking awesome.
That's one of the best.
That was a great
about
movie.
Risky
Trains,
Business?
Planes, and
Risky
Automobiles.
Business.
Tom Cruise.
Risky Business. Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Get slid across in his drawers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
God.
was
That was
freaking awesome.
yes. Top Gun.
Top Gun. Yeah.
Tom Cruise was big in the 80s.
Yeah, he was,
Yeah, he
man.
was.
Yep.
Aliens.
That's right.
Aliens came out in 80.
Oh, no, I think he saw it in the
86.
That was like
70s
one of the
first.
first movies.
86.
they
No, the
did,
first
like-
one was 70s.
I don't know, because I'm saying here 86 for Aliens.
But
No,
it was
because
one
my
of the
grandmother.
first movies that like where they did like
The movie
sci-fi and
Aliens
horror.
made me.
The
Excuse
what?
me.
That was like the first movie they did mixed like horror and sci-fi.
And sci-fi, yeah. Oh, wait. The classic. Big Trouble in Little China.
That was a good movie.
Oh wait, The Fly.
The Fly.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yes. There you
Scrooged.
go.
Scrooged. Oh, that's like one of my. I still watch that every. I watch that almost every Christmas.
Do you?
Oh, it's one of my
Conan.
favorite.
Conan was out.
Conan.
You never seen
Yes,
Conan?
Yes.
Dude, that was the bomb right then.
Is that?
Oh, wait.
Is that you're talking about Arnold, right?
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I hope you leave enough room for my fist because I'm gonna ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine. Yeah.
No, this shit. Name the movie for this quote. You're the disease and I'm the cure.
Oh God.
Isn't that Rambo, right?
Is it Rambo? Yeah.
You got that from
Cobra.
I was thinking of
I
Cobra.
was thinking of Cobra.
I was thinking of Cobra.
Yeah, I forgot about that too. Oh, freaking Lethal Weapons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Running Man. Running Man.
That is one of my
Running
favorite.
Man.
Don't forget about beaches.
Shut up, man. You know what? This is a man cave.
Oh, wait,
Just
what
saying.
was
the fuck outta
What
here.
did Arnold say in Running Man?
Well, we're gonna have to wait. I gotta. How do I,
like
turn
that
that
movie,
shit?
man.
Turn that
What
off.
does Arnold say?
The buttons.
Oh, what does Arnold say in Running Man when he pulls the TV down? I forgot what he says.
Oh, I don't remember. I'm not even gonna make believe like remember that shit.
What about The Burbs?
Oh, that was a good movie
Tom
too.
Hanks.
Yeah,
That was a good movie.
that was a good one.
9 to 5. Working 9 to 5.
Oh, geez. He
So
got all the
yeah,
chick
can't
flicks.
believe we're this is the end
Yo,
of the
that was
episode already.
quick. Yeah, that was it.
crazy.
That is our time.
You ever realize when we do
Yeah.
stuff like this is when it goes? Really
Yeah, we never
super
paid no
fast.
attention,
Yeah,
man. Just
yeah.
time goes by so
Right.
fucking fast. And then we get, and then people will say, "Oh, you forgot this. You didn't say that.
Right,
you
of
didn't get
course.
this one."
That's
You know,
always
it's
the
just-
case.
Yeah,
So many
it's
stuff
just-
in the 80s. Like,
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit happened.
Yeah.
That shit.
Hell yeah, man.
And my kids were born in the 80s.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, yeah. See, no,
I was born in the 80s.
Whatever, man. This guy, whatever, man. We were born. This is what he
So
fucking.
So yeah,
That is funny.
there's that.
there's
Yeah.
that.
Well, Mike, sorry we didn't let you talk too much.
No, it was
No, he
great.
just sat here. I gave him a mic. We could have just gave him the headphones. He didn't even need the mic.
Yeah, he remember none of it.
sat
He's like,
there.
yo, like, yeah. No, then watch
did you
later
say
on.
something?
No, it's good to be here.
Yeah,
Thanks.
no. Thank you. Appreciate you being here.
Thanks for being on, bro.
The hell's that?
I don't know. Something's happening. Oh, it's
That
Kenny.
was mine?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
snap.
No,
Sorry. My
we
fault, guys.
apologize.
Yeah, sorry about that one. But yeah, so thank you everybody for listening, hanging out with us, laughing with us. I hope some pretty groovy funnies with movies and music and stuff. So appreciate it, Mike. Thank you for being here, hanging out with us,
Yeah.
laughing at us and all that other good shit. So yes, but everybody like, follow, comments, all that other good stuff.
Yeah. Share
So-
our stuff, you know?
Yep. Share it, pass it on.
Especially when I make those videos. They're hard to make, so it's nice when people share them.
Yeah,
Right,
for sure.
absolutely. Please
Yeah.
share them.
So spread the word. Common Crawford and the Jersey guy coming. Just let them know. So thank y'all for listening. Love, peace, and hair grease.
Live long and prosper.
And go vegan.
Hello.